Kaspa is dropping testnet 11 today on January 7th. Talk about good timing. This is the trial run that bumps Kaspa from 1 block per second to 10. And we're going to compare those speeds to that of Solana, which is an industry leader in transaction speed. Number 3 on our 24-point checklist on how to vet a crypto is to look at the project's GitHub, which we're going to do for Kaspa and testnet 11. We use this 24-point vetting system 45 days ago to call out TIA when it was right around $5. It's been this week's hottest crypto, just recently bouncing up to $16. And a lot of people who found interest in Kaspa did not see any bright future for TIA. That's because they're missing step number 6 in this 24-point how to vet a crypto checklist. Step number 6 is who are the project strategic partners who seed funded them. And both Kaspa and TIA share the same strategic partner known as Polychain Capital. This is an off-the-books Coinbase run by a gentleman known as Olaf Carlson, hence the fork Carlson coin. You guys may have seen the movie Margin Call. You guys remember the character Eric Dale? He was the lead of risk department for that firm. Olaf Carlson was the lead of risk at Coinbase. So anything that Polychain Capital touches has an extremely bright future. You could even track Olaf Carlson and Polychain Capital and just make a portfolio based off everything he's seed funding. Looking at the Kaspa GitHub page, even as a layman, this is where the entire team is going to post their code and update. We can see that there's been a lot of posts made in the past week, which looks like the team has been working extremely hard. Of course, once we run OpenAI into translating the GitHub for us, it can take a look at the code and then run a difference in the testnet 11 speed code from the original blocks per second code and make an evaluation on how close to finish it is. Of course, the artificial intelligence is predicting that it's ready to go. You don't even need to read the news articles. You can actually do this research yourself with OpenAI. We're going to drop some massive alpha to you guys right now. Google will not be able to help you research crypto. You're going to need to step up your game. You're possibly going to need to buy a subscription to one of these OpenAI sources like Agent GPT just to skim the web for articles, not even to use its thinking brain, which can be a bit clouded. You ask it to draw a picture of a face, it might do 3 eyes. In yesterday's video, to give you an example of how important OpenAI is to your research, a very intelligent subscriber who's been following the channel for a while said, Jesse, you're completely wrong. Jonathan never did any MEV bot work at Harvard. I ran this search through Google and it just came up with nothing. But when we run it through OpenAI, we get a handful of articles explaining how Jonathan's been working on MEV bots in Harvard. And to top it off, the AI actually found the Harvard schedule showing when Jonathan's teaching his MEV bot classes. So the difference in research is literally day and night. There might be some phrases or keywords that you don't understand, like consensus, which is kind of leaning into Solana. This is a pretty big concept, and it's really talking about how decentralized a project is, how many nodes there are, and of course, proof of stakes like Solana are a far weaker consensus than your proof of works like Kaspa. Now, looking into the 10 block per second upgrade for Kaspa, this is when we're getting ready to start absolutely smoking Solana. We're going to post this article in the comments below so you guys can read along for yourself. We can see right now Solana's block time. It's doing 2.5 blocks per second. Right now, Kaspa's doing 1 block per second. So once this upgrade kicks off, we are now about to become 4 times faster than Solana in blocks per second. This article highlights Kaspa's biggest weakness, which is in fact for the experienced investor actually a strength the fact that the project is so new. When we use our 24-point checklist vetting system, which will be dropping in the Patreon later this month, we realize they have amazing strategic partners with Olaf Carlson. This is like the Mark Cuban Shark Tank of crypto. We realize they have the best team. Awesome video, become a Kaspa Insider, top secret. We go into details actually proving that Jonathan, the CEO of Kaspa, he's the guy that invented Bitcoin. He actually is Satoshi. Looking even further into the checklist, on top of checking in the GitHub, etc., what is the real world application of this business? And more importantly, who are the market leaders in this and how long have they been on the top of the food chain? For Kaspa, it's the mobile payment system. We've covered massive videos exploring, example, like the Caspian wallet translates into 28 different languages. All of those countries depend heavily on mobile payment systems. As Americans, we don't really understand this, but there's no ATMs around. The bank can be a day's drive away. All of commerce is actually done on a cell phone. And so the market leaders in this mobile payment system, they're blowing up like in just a couple years. Boom, now they're on the top of the food chain and they're getting billions of dollars in valuation. Digressing away from that because it's at least another video, if not a video series alone. Looking into the Kaspa chart right now on the stochastics, we can see a very bullish pattern, which is the upward staircase. Everything is looking just beautiful for Kaspa right now. They've timed this testnet 11 release exactly with the potential good news on the Bitcoin ETF. It looks like we've got the perfect storm brewing right now. Thanks for checking out this video, guys. Do you remember when your friend came to you and told you about Bitcoin, the first guy that did it? And while he was explaining, by the time he got to cold storage, how are you going to keep this stuff? You started to get confused and you started to back out a bit. The Tangem wallet, super easy to use. It's like a debit card. You hook your family and friends up with this. You become the affiliate marketer. When you use code JesseAI, you're automatically registered. You get a discount and you're an affiliate marketer. Get all the kickbacks as you're helping your friends and family get rich investing in crypto. You can store all kinds of coins on Tangem from Miria, GFAL, and of course, Kaspa. We'll catch you on the next one.